All right, folks, we are back and ready for another deep dive.
Ready to go deep.
And this time we're all about Brighton versus Southampton.
Yeah, this should be good.
Premier League clash, and we love it. We're not just going to predict a winner here. We're going to go beyond that.
We're looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly. We're going to, unearth those little narratives.
Hidden narratives.
The fascinating stats.
The things that most fans won't see.
Yeah, all that good stuff to give you a whole new perspective on this matchup.
And I think there are more layers here than meets the eye.
Absolutely, so much more than what the league table suggests.
It's a South Coast rivalry, too, so a little bit more feeling in this one, I think.
For sure. All right, so let's start with Brighton. They've been pretty impressive as of late.
They have, yeah.
Unbeaten in 6 league games at home.
Yeah, just outside the Champions League spots as well.
Exactly, sitting pretty, and they get a win tonight. They could actually jump all the way up to second place.
Ahead of Man City.
Ahead of Manchester City for a little while.
At least until City play.
At least until City play. I mean, who predicted that?
Yeah, it is remarkable, isn't it? And their attack has been, great to watch.
Oh, yeah.
It really has. But let's
just go a little deeper.
Let's dig a little deeper, shall we?
Okay.
Brighton's Achilles heel might be their defense at home.
Interesting.
They haven't been losing at home, which is great, but those clean sheets, they've been hard to come by.
They've had a few draws that you wouldn't expect as well.
Yeah, against teams you'd expect them to beat.
Right.
I mean, their XGA, their expected goals.
For the stats people.
Yeah, for the stats people, it's actually higher than you would think for a team in their position.
Mm.
So the question is, can Southampton exploit that?
That's a great point. Yeah, I was a little bit caught up in their attacking. I was enjoying it.
I understand.
All right, so speaking of Southampton, let's talk about them because it's no secret that they are bottom of the table right now.
Yeah, not been a good start.
They haven't won in a while. And away from home, their form has been, abysmal.
They haven't scored an away goal yet.
Not a single goal on the road all season.
It's unbelievable, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And this is a local derby, too. It's only 63 miles separating these two clubs.
It's down the road.
Adds a little fuel to the fire, right?
Yeah, it should make for a good atmosphere in the stadium.
Adds a bit more intensity, for sure.
And don't underestimate the impact of that. They haven't scored away from home.
Yeah, the psychological side of things.
The psychological side of that can't be underestimated at all. What I find fascinating is they've actually held leads.
They have, yeah.
In multiple matches this season.
Maybe against Liverpool, I think, at one point.
Yeah, against some of the bigger sides.
Yeah.
Only to, let them slip away.
Yeah.
They've got the fewest points from leading positions in the whole league.
Wow.
So.
That says a lot.
Yeah, it speaks to, a fragility, a lack of belief, perhaps, which is, just as worrying as any tactical shortcomings.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so are we saying there's absolutely no hope for Southampton tonight?
Well, let's not write them off completely.
Okay.
I mean, historically, they haven't been terrible against Brighton.
That's true. Only one loss in their last 7 visits to the AMEX.
Yeah, so they've had some joy going to Brighton.
Yeah.
And their backup keeper, Alex McCarthy, he's actually been playing well while Ramsdale's been injured.
He has. He's been a bright spot for sure.
Yeah.
Stepping up. So there are some,
There are some glimmers of hope.
Glimmers of hope.
For sure.
So we'll see if history can kind of overcome current form.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Can they defy the odds and break that away goal drought?
That's the question, isn't it? Speaking of defying odds, one player that seems to really like playing against Southampton is Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, he always seems to do well against them.
He's Brighton's top scorer, and his record against the Saints is pretty remarkable.
It is impressive.
5 goal contributions in his last 6 matches against them.
It's almost like they bring out the best in him.
Almost as if Southampton is his favorite opponent.
Well, his movement's good, and he's always finding those pockets of space against Southampton's defense.
Interesting.
His pace is a problem as well for them. So, McCarthy will have to be on top of his game.
Right.
He'll need to organize that defense and keep Welbeck quiet, because if he doesn't, he could have a field day.
It could be a long night for Southampton if they don't keep him under wraps.
Exactly.
Okay, so to add another
little wrinkle
here.
Yeah.
Brighton have drawn 3 of their 4 home games
this season
when they were the pre-match favorites.
Interesting.
And what's the takeaway there?
Yeah, so Are they flattering to deceive, or are Southampton masters of getting unexpected results?
I like that, masters of the unexpected result.
Well, if you look a little deeper, their passing accuracy in that final third drops off quite a lot in those games that they draw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it looks like
Doesn't-
they struggle to break down those stubborn defenses. So, you know, they create the chances, but can they be clinical when a team just sits back
Yeah.
and soaks up the pressure? So that's the question.
That is a good question.
But Southampton might have that resilience.
You might be able to frustrate them.
Yeah, exactly. It could be, you know, a low-scoring game.
Yeah. Okay, so let's break it all down for our listeners here.
Okay.
We've got Brighton flying high, but potentially vulnerable at the back.
Yeah.
And Southampton, they're desperate for some points.
Desperate.
But they're showing some glimmers of hope, right?
Yeah, they are, for sure.
Individually.
In their history against Brighton.
And in their history against Brighton.
Yeah.
So big question is, will this be another case of Brighton dominating the ball, but maybe struggling to put the ball in the back of the net?
Or can Southampton pull off a shock result and maybe, you know, kickstart their season?
Get some momentum going.
Get a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
It's a clash of styles, for sure.
For sure.
And we'll find out tonight.
All the answers will be revealed tonight.
The big question is, what are your predictions?
Let us know. We want to hear them.
Share your thoughts.
We're going to be back after the match to analyze everything.
All the key moments.
The heroes, the villains, the ups, the downs.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good. Until then, enjoy the match.
Enjoy.
See you next time.